Bottom bread? It's a bottom sandwich? Bottom bread? It's a bottom sandwich? Ah. Ha. One moment, gotta turn on the music. I'm gonna make sure this sound goes off without a tick. A tick, a tack. A pick, a pack. A man, a mun. Attila the Hun. Good evening, Glenn, and to all others. My sisses, my non-binaries, and my otherwise brothers. This week we have plans to only be rhyming. At least every quatrain I must catch my timing. Good even, young Cash, is what I should say. Though it may be past midnight, I'm not sure of your day. We call this a test run for Moreau's later on, because if I cannot rhyme, I am so far long gone. I'd ask for your help to test out the sound. Please plug up your ears to hear it in round. My BGM, is it loud? And covered in smuck? Does it fall under shroud? Hello, Space Cowboy Kaz, ready to show all your pizzazz? Heard you have a major in writing, so I guess you've got down your timing. I wrote for the screen, and that's to be seen. And red Jewish lit, but that's about it. I'm feeling quite tall, but bouncy as ball. Lean left and then right. We glide through the night. A Sky Full of Stars is a song by Coldplay. You Found Me, on the other hand, is a song by The Fray. So far, it seems I've been rhyming in couplets, but I gave myself a handicap, so why not we double it? An A-B-A-B, that rhyme structure is cool, but B-A-A-B, now that's nobody's fool. A sonnet, 14 lines. Petrarchan or Shakespeare. The rhyme structure's loose, like me after 3 beers. Now that was a stretch, I will have to admit. But me, whiskey deep, man, I can get it. So everyone has to rhyme, even the comments. The thought of that may make you want to vomit. Make you want to vomit, now that's quite a hurl, but I offer you the chance to give it a whirl. Take the time to rhyme. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, there was a word there, but I guess I forgot. Your trats, I'm quite uncertain. They may not appear. Reopen my Botrix. Might be broken, for I fear. In general, are we ready for Dr. Morose? The rhymes will be simple, not very verbose. I've minor concerns of what happens when I meet the mounting buck, stare him eye to eye. There are only so many words that rhyme with buck. I'm sure many will be the condensed form of the word fire truck. Ready I am like a pickled ham? That's good for thee. Pickled cucumber of the sea? Your expectations are high, your standards are close. It's time to go back to the island of Dr. Morose. Not quite the time now. I've yet a couple more days. The prep that I must take will go quite a ways. The timer, the set list, the need for some mods. Oh god, I've been waiting for a hot summer bod. It's not summer yet, but it's getting quite close. Hopefully I can vacation on the Isle of Dr. Morose. With this stream, can you confirm that you got a notification? For when I opened my YouTube, I got no vibration. My PNs are on. My audio flipped up. Yet, I have yet to receive a text from my co-streamers saying sup. Are we going to chat and rhyme? We're going to play a new game until the end of time. We'll continue to play games, but of a smaller sort. Every once in a while, I grab friends to play Knight of Fort. A Chug Jug, a Splash, a Victory Royale. I crack with the bat, I rip it like Cal. That was a thinker you might not have known. Lest you yourself know ball. The shortstop, King's Throne. May you suggest some Mario Kart if you play there, then the stream will finally start. I do have Mario Kart, that much is true. As for Nintendo Online, I say hoo-hoo. For I forgot whose plan I'm on for a family. I look up to Bruce and I say, yo, damn Lee. Mario Kart 8? The Pro or Deluxe? I'm not sure if I have it. I spent a lot on Robux. I'm not on Roblox, that was a lie. I meant spent on Fortnite. You gotta trust me, I try. The rhymes here are loose. I'm kind of a rapper. Not really a keeper, not even a trapper. Lyrical, miracle, spiritual. Like Josh said, it's spherical. This gimmick is getting kind of old, if I'm being quite honest. We're 15 minutes in. Not quite a long con, it's becoming a struggle to find a slant rhyme. The slant rhymes I'm finding are delayed off the line. Yes, I played Happy Wheels. I was 10 at one point. The computer lab in elementary school, we ran that joint. My keyboard is loud though, and that makes me fear the clickety-clack that will fall on your ears. Those ears may turn deaf, they may turn quite annoyed, so maybe Happy Wheels is a game I'd like to avoid. God, I think we're getting old. I feel as though I'm being claimed by the mold. The mold? The mold? The mold, you say? The mold like in Last of Us to put you in disarray. Like the actor from Amadeus, Abraham F. Murray. There's a dance move I know, it's called a pas de bourrée. We're 15 minutes in and the stream hasn't ended. The number of rhymes, it will soon be descended. I'm not sure if I can keep pace of this sort's Like Bart Simpson, if I fail, I must eat my shorts, but I don't want to eat my shorts. They're not tasty at all. No seasons, no sauce. I haven't even tossed on some salt. For the purpose of that rhyme, there is no apostrophe. Instead of saying salt, I just remove the T. Have I tried VR? If you give that, you'll become a star. I've tried VR. I've tried VR chat. In terms of this model, I just can't have that. I have a 3D one that I usually use, but to convert that to VR chat, I'd have to peruse some manuals that I am not sure of. Instructional test, a manual per of words on words on words on words. I guess I could go on Twitter and ask for the birds on birds on birds on birds. Glenn, I can see that you've referenced All-Star. If we're talking California ska rock, may I bring up You're Gonna Go Far? Comma Kid by the band The Offspring. Even though that kind of gets weird, I'm not sure if that's their thing. Even though I listen to them very often on the radio, I don't really know what to call them, Daddy-O. Besides kind of weird, that seems to be the label. But that might be kind of cheating, comma, Mike Vrabel. You should play Hello Neighbor. I'm not demanding, just a favor. I'm not a big fan of big horror games. Not that I think that they're all pretty lame. I just think that I'm not really built out for that. I shriek like a child when I cross a black cat. The luck that I have when it comes to horror. I'd say it's lesser. I'd like to be more. The Backrooms is something I've played here before. Maybe a year, a two, maybe 4? I recall not getting very far in that game. So usually what I say is I stick to my lane being roguelikes and card games and such. And oft-times a JRPG, but really not much. But it's time for something different, something for you to do. You should try movie reviews. I went to school for film. I've made that quite clear. I've wrote some screenplays. There are VODs for you to hear. Horror games can give quite a scare, so I guess not playing them is okay and fair. It's okay and fair if you like to play them too. It's just not my thing. I don't like to hear Boo, a Medea Halloween. That's a movie I've seen. On cable, but not really fully Vereen. Ben Vereen, an actor from Broadway. Wolverine, played by another actor on Broadway. Rhyming Broadway with Broadway, it's not really cromulent. So if you want to call me a bad rapper, you can call me quite fraudulent. In total, let's say that we've missed one rhyme set. 20 minutes in, I'm liking that bet. In chat, could you say how many times that you think I will, during morose, fall off the brink and miss a rhyme in a given quatrain and have to restart my game to refrain? 1, 2, or 3? 4, 5, or 6? Maybe even 10 if you want to have your kicks. It's illegal to gamble in many different states. But because I don't want to dox myself, I don't want that fate, we're not putting money on how many attempts. If someone does guess the number of attempts and my states, I'd be quite verklempt. Verklempt is a word, it's kind of in Yiddish. The fact that that's most of what I know, the slang, I get skittish. I tried to learn Hebrew, believe me, I did. Then again, I was 13, just kind of a kid. Why'd I want to learn Hebrew? The story is true. You learn a language, not for why, but for who. Yes, because of a girl, I do not hide that. Yes, she was gay, she does wear the pride hat. We were still pretty close. I just wanted to learn. But, you know, it wouldn't have hurt to have that love to earn. But earning love is kind of an antiquated idea. Like miasma, and humors, and incurable gonorrhea. Okay, maybe I should drop the STI talk. That way the children here don't turn and balk. If you had a rap name, it'd be quite gaudy, probably something not unlike Little Baldy. How many times do I need to say this, old man? I'm not Northern Line. I promise, I can. I did cut my hair just a day before today. But there's still some fuzz on the back. And it's not even gray. If you get chased by the moose man, your rhymes will go flat. You'll get crunched like a can. I have something that will bring your attention. I am building a Smash Bros. Collection. I do have Smash Bros. I play it with my mod, of which I will say Yumi is a Smash god. I myself am a Smash agnostic. Can I play the funny bear? Yes, I am a bit caustic. I drop a nice taunt, maybe a forward aerial, but if I have to play competitive, yeah, it's a foolish burial. You're just messing with you. You should know by now I'm an utter tool. A tool like a wrench, a whinge, or a drudge? Or the kind of mixing bowl that you use for fudge before you freeze it in freezers and cut them in lots. Fudge. I want them full of pots. "24 minutes in, still only one rhyme that didn't quite make it in that 2-2-4 time. Have I watched this Dr. Seuss movie that will give you a fright? Have you seen Halloween is Grinch Night? I've seen a couple Grinch movies. The British and the Carrie. The Cat in the Hat versus the Grinch, that wasn't quite merry. It was Spy versus Spy, but with the books of Dr. Seuss. Kind of annoying, like Legend of Zelda: Groose. I'm drinking my water out of a Stanley cup. About 40 ounces. I did have to fill it up. You're running out of things to rhyme. Admit it, my friend. This stream will soon come to an end. This stream will not end. I will guarantee that. I will come up with rhymes. I'll read Cat in the Hat. Or I'll look at the fan that I see in my PC. Or I'll think of that old movie from 2009, it's called Beastly, with Neil Patrick Harris and Vanessa Hudgens. Pretty bad it was. I'm quite a curmudgeon when it comes to reimaginings of timeless fairy tales. I eat those up like it's nothing, like Geppetto for the whale. This ain't nothing yet, you here have seen nothing. Remember when I was a rapper? Oh god. Like Donald, Gloving? No, I mean Glover. That is his real name. If you don't know that name, it's Childish Gambino of fame. Writing like this is a little too hard for little old me, a decrepit old fart who speaks his language as a second tongue and fancies himself a poet unsung. You can speak Portuguese, I'm not gonna stop you. The issue right there is I will not be able to mod you. I rhyme you with you, but I also want to point out there was an internal rhyme. You can write it out. And out without that there wasn't a rhyme. That second one was fake. Not really sublime, so we'll raise the counter to failed rhymes up to 2. That'd be 2 full resets, to which I say boo-hoo. Right now it's 9:30, at least in Central Time, and we're here 30 minutes into this stream full of rhymes. Waiting for others to appear just to say some other things that have happened to them in their day. Because it's fun for me to rhyme, and it's fun for me to talk. But at some point, it'll be like staring at the corner of the wall, watching it cock. Cock with a UL. Get your head out the gutters. It's not even November. No need to stop sputters. You thought you were wiser when I first met you, so moderate this. Se sete. Glenn, can you tell that my head's in my hands? That's technically against the rules, but it is for my demands. I asked you yourself to speak Portuguese. Outside of the language, my mods, they can speak. 6767, but in a foreign tongue? Goddamn, just stab me, put me in the iron lung. Not the one with Markiplier. The one from the 1800s. The one that they would put the children with congestion and a lack of respiratory meds. Only a few people are watching this off-ooey, but have you played Banjo-Kazooie? I have not played Banjo-Kazooie, nor have I played Banjo-Tooie. Have I played Nuts and Bolts? Have I played... Have I played any more? No, I will say I've never played a Banjo game before. That being said, Banjo, he is my main. In Smash Bros. Ultimate, yes, that's the game. Hello there, Sir Aaron. We're having a time. For the entirety of this stream, I can speak only in rhyme. Cash, you'll try to stay late as long as you can, just to prove that you are my fan. You can be my fan and sleep. I think that's okay. Make sure that you don't have too much to do tomorrow at a later day. I'll take the opportunity to do the easy thing. We're going to hit the rap, but believe me, it's Kring. My name's KazCassidy, and I'm here to say, I'm here to rhyme bad in a major way. Oh really? Yes really. You bought Batman in Fortnite? Batman in Fortnite. In Lego he might? In Lego Batman, I believe that game came out. Jeremy Colhane, as Mr. On Blast said, devout. Aaron, could you explain what the pen and ink version is? Oh god, what rhymes with is, I gotta say. Ah, shiz. Thankfully, you don't have to go to school tomorrow, thank god, but you'll try your best to even out the odds? Ah, an internal rhyme. A play with the scheme. A doubling down, like that film by Neil Breen. A song once sung by a band most sleek, up until the highest peak, heaven is for the meek, sleep is for the weak. I said that in college when I didn't understand health. And then I said it again when I was keeping an eye on my wealth. But when I did that, I ended up in the ER, almost my urn on a shelf. So I will repeat, look out for your health. It's like a comic version similar to Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine? More like red suit and creatine. Watching your streams make me think. I'll be right back just to get a drink. Good, my streams, they should make you think. They should be cash money, pulling up the brink. I want to say that most of us here are literate. Maybe we can spit rhymes, we can patter-pitter it. You show it to me on Discord? To that, I say, appreciated. My patient is not thin, it has not been emaciated. Just got back after getting a drink, but there are only a few. I'm glad to say you got Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew regular or Baja the Blast? I will also say, goddamn, you ran fast. Okay, you know what? That's some damn good advice. Health matters a lot, so take care of it. Ugh. Guys. That burp felt like a choke. Internally weird. I feel like I'd croak, like a frog, but with a beard. The beard is a lie, I don't grow facial hair. If you look at my chin, it's quite bare. Oh, Aaron, I see that in gaming chat. I've seen that before. I've seen quite that. It reminds me of the art style from the Telltale series. That may be an inspiration, but that's just a theory. A game theory by MatPat. That weird man from Duke. He is Ollie's father. Like Vader to Luke. I know that man's son, and you may think that is odd. But that logic is faulty, that logic is flawed. I've been watching MatPat since I was a kid. And let me tell you what MatPat did, because that's what he did. He posted his child's name on the internet. At this point, I hope it's not something he regrets. Hello, Toast. How are y'all? How are the rhymes going? We're 36 minutes in, and only some signs of slowing. How was your day? Are you back home from work? Are you making a sandwich? Are you using key, comma, Turk? No, still at work. It's got weird hours. Ah, you said that before. My mind, it's so dour. A frog with a beard, now that is quite odd. Do you reckon his beard as an affront to our god? Affront to our god, yes, like the movie Spy Kids 2. Or that author who talked about powder the flu. Go home in about 2 hours. Well, we'll wait for the ticking of the clock. Because you need to go the full distance, or else your pay may be dock. Dock like a boat? A boat, so you say? A boat to the Isle of Morose, oh yay! My stream is being weird, it's counting quite low. It says I've got 0 viewers, but that's not the show. You all are in chat. That's empirical truth. I want to hit YouTube with a bat. Call me Asian Babe Ruth. Speaking of Asians, hello to Yumi. Oh, that was a microaggression. Oh fuck, sue me. Yeah, Cash, that boat just sailed. If the game was not to swear, I must say that I failed. It's fine, we're both Asian. Yeah, I guess that's correct. That is a true statement. It stands tall, erect. Ew, I don't like where that went. That's not something I meant to do. Midwest emo, never meant. I laugh at my own jokes. Oh, what a shitter. I'm batting 1 for 10, an awful pinch hitter. I am the Lorax and I speak for the trees. Wait, did that one speak Vietnamese? Not Vietnamese, but Portuguese. Glenn speaks Portuguese. Yumi speaks Japanese. And as for me, I speak none of these. No, Yumi, gloomy isn't the only thing that rhymes with your name. Don't you remember the diss track I wrote for your fame? A couple of months back, there were a couple of words there. I think it's unarchived, so if I find it, I'm in for a scare. I hope y'all have a good night in case y'all aren't here. Well, don't worry, we're here, there's nothing to fear. Good evening, Sonic Destroyer of that number 12. Welcome to the stream of Rhymes We Will Delve. You caught part of my last stream, a trip to the Isle. Not that long ago, it still feels like a while. I saw all your comments, and to that I say thanks. Though this feels kind of weird, it feels like a prank. To be honest, I only watch a stream because you say my name, and I like that because it makes me recognize and feel fame. Fame is a weird thing in this age 2026. Because everyone's famous. The label is Nick's. Nick's kind of like moot, because that's kind of the point. No one here's famous, at least not in this joint. I'm not Sydney Sweeney. I'm not on Euphoria. I'm not... Jonathan Larson writing Phantasmagoria. I'm not even a director. writing Mr. Magoo's Wonder Emporia. No, I'm just Kaz. I'm here rhyming for ya. Real knee slapper. Real plap plapper. Another rhyme I don't stand by. Yeah, I gotta say goodbye, guy. Ooh. Phew. Now, Sonic, I realize I did say hey, but I didn't really ask, how was your day? Yumi has to go eat now? Oh, that's quite cool. See you later, Yumi. Have fun at school. If we can rhyme on the stream, can we make up our own words? Like, can I say something like Thunkiest Bird? Say Thunkiest Bird. Do whatever you wish. If you want to, create a new name for a fish. Andy Warhol prophesied 15 minutes of fame. I guess that is now, and it feels a bit lame. That's my feeling, too. I didn't expect. For horror and me to quite intersect. That stream that I did a week ago-ish, I scoffed at it originally. I sang, bish. But it's got 4,000 views. The largest by far. The largest by truck, by plane, or by car. My view count was high. It keeps going higher. If I need to sell out, I think I found my buyer. How do the words come out? Of the closet, like they always do. If we're not sure that I'm gay, I promise to you, I'm bisexual. A part of that spectrum, you see. Parts, genders, all, they're okay by me. Here's a new name for a fish. His name is Pimbo. He likes playing games at the casino. I click on my keyboard. My keystrokes, they're so short. My T model, it's Ford. My mic, please cut the cord. Was anyone here when I did improvised rap? Who's been here for like 5 months? Who's been here for that? Because there are some gems that are all unarchived. I think there was one. No, how about we mark 5? I can't believe Eggman is secretly Kaz. I guess that explains why he has pizzazz. Yes, the Eggman from that Beatles song. Or maybe you meant the one with Sonic and the hot dogs. We've said Jim Carrey, his name at least thrice, which is not more than I thought we'd get here tonight. Our rhymes are quite flexy. We're slanting and sliding. It's not really sexy. No panties are riding. YouTube, I'm mad. What do you say? You say I have 0 viewers. I say no. Hooray. There are at least 3. They're talking right now. Again, Bart Simpson. Yo, don't have a cow. That's me to myself. Myself into I. Because this is just weird. My brain, it go fry. My vocal, it fry. I speak with a huh. A vocal fry sound, well, it sounds kind of like duh. The creak in my voice, it pushes itself out. This inaccurate number, it's making me pout. I'm not supposed to talk about viewership, but in this case, I know it's true. It's not just me here, I also see you. So YouTube, please tell me, what the fuck are you doing? Can you track these connectivities? Can you track the rage that's suing? Suing or sewing? The word's pretty close. My rage and my anger, it comes quite encroached. Chat rate of 2, concurrent of 0. You're one for the birds, like Gen 1 Canto Firo. Damn, Cash, that's crazy. I didn't have that intel. I guess Bob Crocodile, he's burning there in hell. You haven't been here for 5 months, it's not even close. Would that be grounds to sue you, you suppose? Suppose I say no. Kick out, maybe, possibly. But balance of power, is that there is what's stopping me. I don't ban people unless they're that one guy. When they show up here, I'm like, oh my, my, my. A song by Troye Sivan, a man who is gay, and I'm fairly certain would have that other person hit an aneurysm, but with your brain going burr. You think that's a weird rhyme, and I'll say I concur. I'm trying my best. We're almost an hour in. If mediocrity is that, it ain't no mortal sin. That there's a line from How to Succeed. Succeed in business? Well, here's what you need. A book, a musical, the ability to dance. Things I don't have, Alex, for 500 per chance. I sound about British, but you should know why. Go ask your mother, it's worth a try. Colonialism, that's the answer. My mom's Filipina. White military men in Philippines? Yeah, no, it's not that weird either. My dad's Filipino too, don't dig into that. It's not exactly a melting point, not really a bad. Rhyming on the spot is difficult, you know, so hold your head for trying, my bro. Now let's get away from the stuff that's of violence and gory. Tell me, have you watched Toy Story? Toy Story 1, yes, I have. Toy Story 2, yes, once with my dad. Toy Story 3 in 2012, yes. In Toy Story 4, I apologize, I jest. Never quite seen it. Didn't quite get it. Only heard bad things about Forky on that site that's called Reddit. Making clicks, you can hear it. That there's the truth. I've got a short tomorrow. Sweet baby Ruth. I can only speak in rhyme, call me out if I messed up. Not trying to say it, but soon someone will call my bluff. My bluff like the pines that roll over Iowa. What rhymes with Iowa, god dang? I'll gotta give it to you. That Reddit is the source of all knowledge, both public and private. The worst for this dude, the worst for this guy that has only ever touched tech, not even grass. Man would be allergic to sitting on his ass. One hour in, what's left to say? I feel like a lobster. I need the Old Bay. Season me, please. I feel kind of plain. Like sweet but not really. Call me aspartame. Iowa rhymes with banana, just ask Eminem. He'll make the two rhymes with a plink and Shazam. My Smash Bros collection is big, I just got a lot, but I don't know who should get next. Tell me your thoughts. Smash Bros in Ultimate, do you have DLC? If you have DLC, that's more DL than me. If you're playing with spirits, find your characters from Xenoblade. If you're too young to play it, maybe 15 or below, I'm afraid, you won't get the joke, you won't get the design. But they had the thoughts of Gooners running deep in their mind. Oh. A notification on screen from one young TJ. TJ, hello. Oh, joyous day. Weird No as well. Another new sub. What's with this delay? I ask you, what's up? Lewis as well? I guess they subscribed. Oh, we're on delay from the shorts. I've imbibed. The Gaming Doc 8? The Gaming Doc Great. You're throwing your towel, your lung scar is acting up. Good luck making this rhyme. Your lung scar is acting up. What if I were to season it with thyme? Thyme is a spice. At least so I think. Do you chop it up? Is it something you crink? Like crinkle-cut fries that I have with my lunch. I'll go downstairs to grab some time in a bunch. A bunch like bananas. A banana's appeal? A banana's appeal is that it feels quite real. When you peel off the top or you peel off the bottom, it goes down your throat. You say, got him. You have Minecraft Steve, one of the DLC, but it's the movie version. Does he look a little bit weird, doesn't he? Does he look like Jack Black? Does he say chicken jockey? Does he say lava chicken? Does the plot, does it thicken? Is he friends with Momoa? Momoa, the Jason. In Tenacious D, is that character Kyle Gass adjacent? What a horrid noise, Lamau. Wasn't expecting that one? Well, I'll have you know that that's what I do here for fun. I scare y'all, I freak y'all, I make y'all just think. I hope with that sound someone got tickled pink. Cause my throat just got shredded. Like lettuce at Taco Bell. If I do it again, oh, that sound's going straight to hell. The minimum wage employee watching an abject horror to scream chicken jockey in the theater and proceed to contort myself in the shape of a Minecraft chicken. You fold like a pretzel. The batter, it thickens. Now, what's a good novel by Charles the Dickens? Great Expectations is one for the pickings. Have I read Great Expectations? Now that there's a lie, but you just asked me to name a book by that guy. He wrote by the word. He got paid by that much. So overly wordy, he is just as such. Prepositions and phrases and semicolons abound. A crutch so he could make a fat stack on his rounds. You're sorry you said a bad word in your last comment. It's fine, Cash. No need to undon it. You can stop if you want. Yo, that's okay. I'm, bisexual. I'm some kind of gay. That was a rhyme I did not know what to do, so I threw out what I think we've figured out as a basic truth. Your last two did not really rhyme that well, and that there is a crime by going to hell. The crime or the punishment, that's also a book. One that you can find in your local library nook. A library nook, a library cranny with a librarian granny. Librarian granny, now that there's a gilf. I started that rhyme. I'm covered in filth. Metaphorically so, it's tainted my soul. Aghast I am pinned. About to get bold. Bold like a cut, unlike what I had. With shaves with a razor. By a divorced dad. The dad was divorced, no longer with wife. Chillin' with his homie. With scissors, which is just 2 knives. Clip, clip, clip. He did to my head. I hope for the best. But here's what he said. I'll give you a good haircut. Don't worry, my boy. Won't treat you as bad like my wife did that toy. You came for Australia, that place was nice. You want to go there? Here's some advice. The koalas can drop from the trees in your head. If they do, you might end up dead. You might also get a venereal disease. From koalas that sneeze from the top of those trees. Gonorrhea, the clap? There must be something else that I'm missing. Because those koalas, they're doing far much more than kissing. They're vectors. They're tricksters. They're spreaders galore. That's why they call koalas the Australian whore. Don't fight with a kangaroo, they'll kick you and you'll shout boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. I retort, but kangaroos are jacked, like the movie of sorts. Okay, so I know the answer to it, but let's explore some possibilities. Don't worry, I'm sure we can say this with civilities. Let's explore, is a bi person straight and gay at the same time? Oh, let me find a way to say this in rhyme. Must a straight gay person necessarily not like the other gender? Be them gay or... And I'm putting the implied word here in brackets because I believe it is also a slur. The bi person label is something quite wide. Depending on the wave, it meant different things at different times. A bisexual person may look at sexual characteristics using penis or vagina as a worthwhile heuristic. To look at those two and their essence of binary. Their sexuality was dupolar. Like a magnet refinery. But contemporary thought takes a different stance. Bisexual language is kind of a dance. And art, not quite science, but that there is okay. Because, like many things, it falls under the umbrella of gay. Bi could mean pan, but just with off labels. Like, I might like Dipper, I might like Anne of Green Gables. Not necessarily does it mean exactly two. Because there's more than those numbers of genders, and by more, I mean more than a few. But it is an old label, and it has some history. It's easy to parse out, it ain't no mystery. I say bi because I have historical trauma, but also because it can save me the drama of explaining pansexual and pan-romanticism to incels online who really like playing in their jism. Thankfully, we do not own guns in Australia. You need a submission. You cannot have one without authorities' permission. Authorities' permission, I'm sure I won't get, because I also have bipolar disorder. And you've learned nothing yet. You know what? You threw a spanner into the works? I'm trying my best, to which I say, ah, shirks. I'm dealing with it well? Oh, well like water. Well like John Travolta in Welcome Back, Kotter. The crocodile's too huge, you can try to fight back, or else you're just gonna end up as its tasty snack. But what if I'm salty, unseasoned, but pert? I don't play tasty licks like the drummer from Rush, Neil Peart. If the drummer from Rush added sleeves to his tank top, he'd be Neil Shirt. And if he had a huge cock, he'd be Neil Girth. And if he was rich, he'd be Neil Worth. We've fallen back to dirty rhymes. We're turning back a couple months in time when I was a fake rapper just for the bit. And you can see how this goes. It goes kind of shit. Cash, can you explain to me who Jerry the Mole? My brain may be big, it may be quite swole, but that reference I do not understand. No, I do not. My recollection there, if present, it's fraught. And I guess there's no need to remain alert. The crocodile will then surely rather eat dirt. They have some real sensitive palates, you know, so go to the stray with no spices in tow. But I'm Filipino, I'm spicy. It comes in my blood. Like karaoke and diabetes. Or not really caring during floods. He's a character made out of manifestation, you silly fool. Your brain is liquid like a swimming pool. The swimming pool itself, that right there is a solid. The water inside, that liquid is all of it. Ooh. Water bottle back up to my face. A book to my left called Oryx and Crake. Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood. Of her books, I'm gonna say that it's that good. You'll know her because you've read Handmaid's Tale. A story about fashion too big to fail. About the subjugation of women. In 300 pages. They gave it to us for free in college. It was one of the ages. The concrete outside of a pool represents your school, and the water is your brain, so it doesn't get full. Doesn't get full. I would hope that it didn't. The matter be gray. But there's stuff there in mid-int. The song keeps on looping, and that I have set. This is an hour long. This is the music I get. Because it was copyright free and won't get me straught. Because I've had music before, and the answer was not. You're getting tired, you can hear it in my voice when I'm trying to sleep, so keep down the noise. Keep down the noise. I'll try not to yell, but I won't be able to say that you won't as well. You know my dad has BPD as well. It's a crazy disorder, you must say. I don't have BPD, but bipolar is slightly different, in a way. BPD... Is that borderline? I think that's the acronym. Bipolar is something else, unless I gotta go back on him. Bipolar, not borderline. Ah, I see. Okay, so that's true. That's facts. Yeah, that's me. No, you're alright. The acronym BPD is shared. Blame the DSM-5. If it shows up, it's in there. You have autism, but you don't feel disabled, although since you only say train wreck fail. Autism is neurodivergence. I wouldn't say disability. It's not like we're in the 60s or an ancient futility. It's just a different wiring. Your brain it rides on different tracks. It's not saying you're over, under, or there's something you lacks. I never got tested, but I have been called it. Mostly by people who really appalled it. But I'm not offended. I think that is cool. If you have autism, hey, dude, you rule. It is a disability for the purpose of law. It's not a hate or disconvenience for all. Yeah, but that's something that is weird in practice. If you're marked as disabled, the hiring, it's like a back diss. You can disclose it. However, if you do, it might mean that your interview process is through. Not legally because of things like the ADA. but because it'll give reason for them to find things out of the way. Minor infractions that often aren't bad, if blamed on a disability, might mean you've got your GAD. Are we just gonna sit here all night and chat? Or are you just waiting for the time I grab a snack? I'm not quite certain. For full disclosure, I've been watching B's stream. My name's Robert Lozier, the guy from Superman. That's not a real rhyme. I just needed something to buy me some time. You see, it's an old bro card. Treat different persons differently according to their differences. And, you know, if it was that simple, I'd say that's splendiferous. A lot of legal benefits given to disabled fit the needs of the people in the spectrum as well. Legally, yes. In practice, sometimes it's hell. In interviews, I've disclosed my bipolar, but they find ways to quickly shut off, and I'll stroll her on down at the physical place, because I realize now, oh shit, that was not the right place. It was also not the right metaphysical space. Well, summer is here for me, at least. Gonna be better than the movie Beauty and the Beast. People are hateful, it's true, but know your rights are important, hence why I impart this into you. Didn't quite rhyme, you're a little bit washed. I think you're doing okay. You're a little bit goshed. I, however, am quite tired, and this was pretty chill. I think I've had my rhymes. I think I've had my fill. An hour and 20, I don't think that's that bad. In terms of this practice, I'm happy I've had. I'm gonna end it. Probably archive this stream as well. But you know what? Let's send you over to hell. By hell, I mean B, because B is quite cool. In terms of requests, please don't act the fool. Bye-bye, ta-ta. So long, off Beater saying, my name is KazCassidy. Yes, that is my name.